first step is to level the ground. You can see I've raked it. The raking does a couple of things. It gets the sticks and pine needles and things out of it, but it also exposes rocks. It brings up any little rocks to the surface that might stick up. So you go around, you pick up those, clear it, and your ground is pretty well prepped. This is where I store the pool in the off season. You can see the pool, the poles, got a pump. That big one up there is the ground cloth that I put underneath of it. I'll show you how that works, but that's pretty much how it stores. It doesn't take up too much room. What I use for a ground cloth is I have those bubble wrap that I've used for warming the pool. I bought a few of those covers over the years, and when they get where they start disintegrating and dropping little pieces of them, I end up using them for ground cloths. So right now I have 3 layers of previous pool covers stacked on top of each other. They're the right diameter because they're made for the pool. They're pretty heavy thickness and they protect pretty well from rocks. So 3 layers of that keeps anything from poking up through the pool, and it works pretty good. Then you set the pool out, spread it out. One important consideration is where these holes are going to be for the hoses. You can see right here, I've got it lined up. I want the pump here. The reason is it's going to be in the shade and it's close to an electrical outlet from the building. So you need to be close enough for that. And also there's a drain here. You kind of want the drain located where it's near a low spot. That's the low spot of my yard in case I need to drain from there. So you spread it out, take into consideration those items, and you're ready to start assembling the frame. In this segment, we are assembling the frame. We've got a time-lapse video that shows you how we're doing it all the way around the pool. A couple of the tricks we use are that we pre-position the poles ahead of time around the pool so that we can quickly get to them. The second one is we have the fittings and the pins in a wheelbarrow. We just move along with us so that we have those when we need them. And we get the whole thing assembled. It doesn't take that long, maybe 20 minutes or so. Now we have all the poles in there, so the frame is set up. It's a matter of going around, making sure it's even above the ground covering and all the poles are straight, and then we're going to be ready to fill it. Okay, I've got it sort of straightened around, and what I'm doing now is, you can see there's still a lot of wrinkles in here, and I'm starting to fill it. I've got 3 hoses going. I'm going to let it get just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch of water in there before it gets too heavy. And once there's a little weight on it, you can go around and just gently pull on the edges to get some of the wrinkles out. You never get them all out. If you pull real hard in one direction, it creates the wrinkles in the other. So you just go around with a little bit of water in there and just pull gently around the edges just to get most of them out, and that's good enough. Okay, I got most of the wrinkles out. You can see there's still small ones. No matter how hard you try, you don't get those out. There's going to be small ones here and there, but for the most part, the wrinkles are out. There's about 1 inch of water. You can still move it a little bit, but that's going to be just fine. Once the weight of the water's on it, it's going to be just fine. Okay, I've got the pump right here, and you can see these are the 2 holes where these fittings, you can put these fittings into the 2 holes right here and get ready to hook up the hoses to the pump. Before attaching the hoses to the pump, you need to put this gasket in place. Make sure these gaskets are in good working order. They need to be soft and pliable, and you can see the groove just fits in there, and then that seals the hose when it goes on there. Okay, the pump hoses are all hooked up. You can see that I couldn't use fittings on the pool side because This is an aftermarket pump. It didn't come with the pool, so I had to use hose clamps to hold it on, but it works just fine. Okay, the pool is completely set up. You can see now it's filled with water. The pump is running and working effectively, and the pool is ready for swimming.